Hello and welcome to this edition of Sports Night. I'm Sean Green. Well, Weymouth Wales are still the kings of local football. They confirmed their status last night by beating the Barbados Defence Force Sports Programme 2-1 in the BFA Premier League final played at the Wildy AstroTurf. Weymouth Wales in their customary green against the BDF in the Black Trunks. Hayden Holligan brought down early. That's a penalty. Romario Yearwood with the shot to the left of the keeper. 1-0 to Wales. The BDF answered back though. Rashid Jules with a powerful shot off the upright and into the net for the equaliser. Wales didn't take that lying down. They fired back down the right flank. The cross to Kemar Headley, and that's the championship goal. Weymouth Wales winning 2-1. Third place highlight reel featuring Paradise and UWI in the yellow. Good kick floated into Zico Phillips in the 14th minute. An attacking header found his mark. 1-0 to Paradise in a hurry. Jamario Worrell dancing around the 18-yard box. Taps the heart back to Worrell, who shoots and scores. And the slide to boot, the equaliser in the 66th minute of the game. But Blackbirds hit back. The accurate cross finds Damian Small, who came up big with this tap from an attacking header, tapping it home to give UWI the 1-0 lead in the 74th minute. Paradise keeper Boxell with a free kick finds Shea Lloyd on the far post in the 89th minute, and things are now all tied up. 3 minutes into stoppage time now, and this attacking ball connects with a glancing header from Worrell, beating the advancing Boxell to give the UWI team the 3-2 win. And in the other game of the evening, Notre Dame peppered Waterford Compton 10-1. So it means that Compton, along with Silver Sands and Rendezvous, have been relegated, while First Division champions Barbados Soccer Academy, St. Andrew Lions and Youth Milan have been promoted. Well, to local basketball, it was a Sunday of blowout games in the latest fixtures of the Cooperators General BABA Premier League played at the BCC Gym. In the first of 4 played yesterday, Combined Schools Tridents wiped out Orange 3 Pinelands by some 33 points. Imagine that. While in the following game, Barbados Lumber Company LSC had an easier time versus St. John Sonics, beating them by a whopping 56 points. CBC's Akin Klinkett reports on those games.
First game of the evening, Pinelands in the black up against the Tridents. Zahir Matara finds Ramon Simmons in the paint for the simple layup. Simmons had a team-high 27 points for Pinelands. Tridents responded quickly. David walks baseline drive and gets it to Renico Brewster, who finishes with the floater. Back the other direction, Matara with his binoculars finds Ian Alexander with a long diagonal pass. Alexander takes some contact, then brings the big slam. Constant back and forth in the first half. Trident's captain Rashid Maynard now making his own lane and drops the floater for 2 of his game-high 38 points. Fast-paced game, Darian Hurley pushes the tempo, dish to Simmons, lets it loose for the triple, as Pinelands led by just 2 going into the break, 40-38. On the restart, Tridents took the lead immediately. Kassarian Adams steps into the tray. Impressive 31 points in this encounter. Then Maynard gets a collect call from downtown from Darren Hurley. Good service, smooth release, nothing but net. Maynard having the game of his life, maneuvering in the paint and goes up and off the backboard and in. Pinelands weren't that hot in the second half, but tried to keep close to the schoolboys. Matara finds Hurley in the paint and he puts it up for 2 of his 16 points. The two then combine again, Matara with the surgical pass and Hurley takes it straight to the hole. But Maynard, the man on the evening, Adams supplying him with the rock and he drains another triple, 8 threes and shooting 57% from behind the arc. He then puts this game to bed, blocking Matara's shot. Down the court, behind the back and up, down the drain as Tridents take the game, 101-68. Second game, St. John Sonics in the blue and purple uniforms up against LSC. Long pass to Romain Lovell finds his way to the basket for 2 of his team-high 17 points. LSC turn out. John Jones finds a cut in Shimaka Brown. Pass down low for Mark Bridgman. Uses the board for 2 of his 24 points. Brown and Bridgman combining again. Bridgman this time from behind the arc and comes good with the triple. Sonics on the move now. Destino Corbin through the paint and provides the dish to Lovell, who uses the backboard to good effect. But LSC went into the half on top, 51-21. Keith Burkett with the jumper from the outskirts of the arc. He had a game high, 28 points. In the second, LSC kept the pressure on. Burkett to Andre Bodu, who releases Bridgman, and he finishes easily. Then Brown intercepts a Sonics pass down the court. It's go time. Brings the fireworks with the dunk. Sonics not really challenging LSC, but still taking their shots when they could. Kevin Mason on the left side, draining the three-pointer. But LSC were relentless in their play. Bodu passes to Ormond Haynes at the top of the key, and he hits the J for 2 of his 18 points. LSC pressing again. Burkett with the jumper. Can't get it to drop. John Jones is there with the offensive board and points. He had 20 on the evening. The two then repeated the same play as LSC would walk away with the blowout win, 108-52. Akeem Klinkett, CBC Sports.
Now in the other two fixtures played yesterday, Station Hill Cavaliers defeated the Pan American International Insurance Warriors by 40 points, 97-57. Dwayne Kelman, he led the way with 17 points for the Cavs, while Jason Smith had 16, Joel Hunt had 14, Kevin Patterson had 13. The Warriors were led by Manuel Elang, he had 14. Then in the final game, the Barbados Hilton Resort Warriors beat Burger King Clapham Bulls 86-59, led by a game-high 21 points from Jamar Headley. Also getting into double figures for the Warriors were Shaquan Newton, he had 18, Justin Pyle with 16, and Nikolai Williams scored 14. Now for the Bulls, Kaylan Phillips scored 18, while Sean Paris had 15, and Adrian Catlin had 13. Coming up, Barbados still in line for 11 Junior Squash Caribbean medals. Barbados made a great start to the 2018 Caribbean Junior Squash Championships, which got going yesterday in Jamaica. We have 11 semi-finalists in the various age group singles categories. Now in the under-17 girls, Megan Bess and Jada and Jodie Smith-Padmore. The girls under-19, Amanda Herewood. Samira Sulman in the girls under-15. Rebecca Nichols in the under-13. In the boys, advancing are Kamal Kamabach in the under-17s, Josiah Griffith in the under-19s, Darren Ben in the under-15s, and Aidan Paris along with Alex Stewart in the under-13 division. Well, Trinidad and Tobago walked away with the lion's share of prizes, including the overall winners of the recent Tri-Nation Women's Hockey Series. It was contested at the Wildy Turf along with Barbados and Guyana. CBC's Anna-Marie Burke looks at the games played on the final 2 days.
The Bajan ladies needed this win to climb from the bottom of the table. Trinidad and Tobago, their opponents in this one. Trinidad takes aim, good save from Christina Hines-Harrison, but the ball is still in play. And the Trinis again take aim. Denied, but Brianna Govia pressed hard and the Trinis broke through. That's all they needed for the 1-0 victory. And they took that momentum into their second game against Guyana. And in the 4th minute of play, Govia struck again. The Trinis playing in black now. A second goal will be on the sheet soon later. The Trinis really applying the pressure, getting the cross right in front of goal. Felicia Kling slots it home. And boy was she elated, sprinting right over to her coach. Trinidad and Tobago up 2-0. 2 minutes later, they will strike again. This time, Brittany Hing makes a mess of the defense and finds the left pocket. Ghana was able to pull one back late in the game. Princessa Wilkie gets it past the keeper, but Trinidad would have held on for the 3-1 win. To the final day's play, this was Barbados in yellow against Ghana, and just what a team dreads, awarding their opponent a penalty, and the Guyanese were gifted one. And it was Trisha Woodruff against keeper Christina Hines-Harrison. And Woodruff went for the left pocket and was spot on. Ghana up 1-0. But Barbados pulled things back through this penalty corner, smash on by Nakisha Dungs. Final score 1-all. And in the last match of the series, Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago played out a goalless game. So at the end of the tri-series, here is your honor roll. The most outstanding goalkeeper, Guyana's Alyssa Xavier. with the most goals, Brianna Govia of Trinidad and Tobago. And the series MVP, Trinidad's Amanda George. And cheers to the series winners, Trinidad and Tobago. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
A 26-member Barbados team is ready for the 17th Caribbean Union of Teachers Games to be held in Jamaica from July 13th to 14th. Manager Vayman Harbin, he announced the squad, which comprises 21 athletes and 5 officials.
Liana Green, Jazara Levine, Tania Applewhite, Tia Applewhite, Kelicia Downs, Samaya Dell, Sky Spencer Lane, Layla Haynes, Naya Brown, Rokeem King, Micaiah Brathwaite, Jules Ogaro, Javier Norville, Amari Ford, Romero Pinder, Caleb Messiah, Kobe Hudson, Imani Austin, Jacoby Griffith, Jamarco Gill, and Isaiah Brathwaite. I think I got all 21. Isaiah Marshall, sorry. And the adults are Vayman Harbin, Tanya Oxley, Wendy Barrow Smith, Nikisha Maynard, and Kimar Holder Edgel. And head coach Tanya Oxley believes this team is the strongest selected to compete at the CUT Games when compared to the previous 2 years.
A lot of the athletes have improved because initially myself and Miss Maynard, we were going through the results from 2 years ago, and we realized that a lot of our athletes would have been in the top 8, but not, well, in the top 8, but not in the highest from 1 to 4. And then after the 2 trials, we went back and checked the results again, and we were like, these children have improved significantly. So I want you to know that this is our strongest team.
And Vice President and Chairman of Sports at the Barbados Union of Teachers, Rich Marcave, said financial difficulties resulted in a reduced team being selected.
Originally, the team was 40 and 10. But because of finances, we had to cut from the 40 and we ended up with 21. What persons want to do is those persons who were originally in the 40, persons were trying to see if they can get funding for them to join the team. So they were originally in the 40 because we had 2 squads. The 40 that we were looking at, and then we cut down to 18, then we moved back up to 21. So they were not new people, they were persons who were actually in the 40. But because of the finances, we had to cut the team down.
And still to come, Grantley Prescott celebrate before heading off on summer vacation. Grantley Prescott Primary celebrated their victories in primary schools football and netball. This was last week at the close of the term. The school achieved something that was never done before, winning both competitions in the same year. CBC's Akim Klinkett reports.
It was a day of celebration for the Grantley Prescott Primary School. In the space of a week, they were crowned the queens in primary school netball, while the boys were champions in football. The school celebrated with a motorcade through the Pine area, and Principal Belinda Martindale said it was the hope of showing the community that they are unified.
The community might not have had the best of images, and certainly we've been trying to improve that. And the only way we can try that, of course, is with the school here. Many of these children come from in the area in the Pine, in St. Barnabas and Haggett Hall, and we wanted to start a reform of the community in some way. So we thought once we had done this, we would let the community know that we are saying thank you to them first of all, and that listen, we are working with them and we need their help to continue on the way up.
The coaches of the football team said they are elated at winning the title. They believe repeating next year may be a challenge, but they won't give up the title without a fight.
We felt overjoyed, elated. It was a great achievement. We should have gone further last year, but we're happy to do it for the school and for the community.
Yeah, definitely. When Mr. Mosey would have experienced this joy before, and funny enough, that year they won, I had just been transferred from the school, so I had congratulated him then, and he told him, if we do get the opportunity to come back, we'll win it together, and we had our chance to win it all this year. So it was definitely a great achievement. The boys put in all the hard work, and all we had to do was just guide them, and it happened.
Funny enough, we have only probably about 4 or 5 boys returning for the football team next year. So it's gonna be challenging. But we would have been working with a number of guys from the Class 1 and Class 2. So we'll put up a fight.
Yeah, definitely. We'll try as hard as we can to retain next year. We know it'll be difficult, but we won't give up that title without a fight next season.
And the netball coaches say that next year they are hoping to be just as strong. But for now, they are just glad they secured the double.
And we do apologize for the quality of the audio in the back part of the extract. But hey, here are some of the events happening tomorrow, July 10th. There will be Series 2 of the Sir Gary International Schools Cricket Tournament, with all matches starting at 11 a.m. And it's day 2 of Series 2 in the BCA Under-15 cricket competition. Start time is 11:30 a.m. The first FIFA World Cup Russia 2018 semi-final between France and Belgium. Remember, that will be live on CBC TV 8 beginning at 1:30 p.m. And the co-operators General BA Premier League will have one game on, Sonics versus Pinelands. That's at the Wildy Gym, bouncing off at 8 p.m. Well, that's sports for tonight, the first edition of the week. I'm Sean Green. Good night.